I say, there is a hot debate going on the internet right now as I speak to you. Ghanaians and South Africans have teamed up against people we call Abegistan Republic, people we call the shithole country, which is Nigerians. And among the fight, the argument, the disagreement, there is a woman from South Africa who jumped on a podcast, and I told you, it's bloody. He actually described Nigerians in a way that was going to shock you. If you want to listen to it, make sure that you hit the subscription button. This is GHC24, and hit the bell notification icon so that when I post anything, guys, you will be the first person to get it. Let's get into the issue and let's enjoy the podcast. So, there is a lot of issues going on between Ghanaians on the internet and Nigerians, and people are throwing tantrums here and there. And in the podcast that I found, interestingly, there is this South African activist called the Dudula Queen. And if people hear about the Dudula Queen, you know who she is, because she led the Gen Zs of South Africa to go into every shop that were owned by Nigerians and decided to drive Nigerians out of their country, where they gave her the name, the xenophobic queen, the Dudula Queen, whatever queen, which she's proudly like it. She loves it, mother. She enjoyed it. And in the podcast which I found, she was seen and heard saying a lot of things which caught the attention of everybody who was passing by on the podcast. And I just want us to take our time. Listen, take your time and listen to the podcast. Listen to what she says and listen to how she describes the attitude of Nigerians. There are Nigerians in Ghana, there are Nigerians in South Africa, there are Nigerians in Kenya, but what they are doing, it will marvel you.
I've engaged the Nigerians, and I don't really have business meetings with. I mean, as in, like, I don't usually have close proximity with Nigerians, but because of the organization I'm affiliated to, some of the operations we've conducted where Nigerians live, I do not wish to travel to Nigeria. I've met Nigeria through the Nigerians in my country, and it's not nice. Can you imagine if I were to go and meet Nigerians in the millions? I don't aspire, I don't wish to. I've engaged Ghanaians on these spaces, and I've met Ghanaians in real life in South Africa, and I would love to go to Ghana. I would love to travel to Ghana. The reasoning of Ghanaians and how they are is very much different. I will definitely travel to Ghana. They are very different. They are sober-minded. When you engage them, they are very sober-minded. And that's why you will understand why we are visa-free with Ghana. And sometimes I notice that there's a friction between South Africans and Ghanaians, because Nigerians are using the Ghanaian passport to travel to South Africa, and they are being imposters. They are cosplaying Ghanaians in South Africa. I also don't wish to travel to Malawi. Malawians, the things they are doing in South Africa are disgusting. They are disgusting people whom I don't wish to meet in the millions in their country. I think the other day I said I would love to travel to Tanzania. I haven't met Tanzanians in real life, but Tanzanians are running powder cartels in South Africa. They are. There's also a country that's very problematic in scamming South African women millions of their monies who work for the government. I wish you can understand when we tell you these things that we don't wish to come to your countries because of how your citizens represent you in our countries. And it's nothing to do with hate. That we don't even aspire to come to your countries because of what your people are doing in our countries. And you come here and tell us about white people. I've never seen people who are obsessed about white people like Pan-Africanists. You will never hear people who scream patriotism caring about white people, because you know what? Patriots understand that you need to work with everybody, even if you don't like them. to find a common cause. The fact of the matter is most of you are screaming African unity and you are not in your countries. Who are you passing the baton to fix the issues of your country when you are not in your country? Who must fix the problem? Who must fix the mess? The mess that when you move to Europe, the very same mess when you come back, you find it's getting worse by the day. That when you come to Nigeria from Europe and you are involved in a car accident, there is no ambulance. That the mess you are running away from, the status quo remains. There is no hate. Genuinely, there are many of these African countries I don't wish to go to because of the African people that are in my country pillaging our cities. You are a disgrace to your nations. And when you look in your backyard, it's actually not a beautiful picture. Because while you may scream and act wise on these platforms, when we look at your GDP and we look at your infrastructure, it speaks a different completely story. Maybe if you talked less and built more, you would see us coming to visit in your countries, to learn your languages, to eat your food, to learn your history, and then we go back home. That is what visitors do. Visitors don't stay and overstay, and when they are told that go back, they start screaming African unity, they start screaming xenophobia. If I'm unwanted in Ghana, I would definitely pack my shit and come back to my land. Because I'm not stateless, I'm not landless. There is a country that is responsible for me. You are not stateless. All of you are not stateless. You've got a state that is responsible for you, which you need to go and challenge to change the status quo of what's making you abandon your godly assignment, your duty to change your country for your future generations. It is not hate. There is no Pan-Africanism that is going to thrive in you leaving the dump that is in your country. And I wish, you rarely hear these men speak sense. It's most of them that are speaking Pan-Africanism. It's the women that are actually advocating that you come back and rebuild at home. Because women understand they have these children that they need to leave a sober future for. I don't want to hear this African unity nonsense, which is not allowing you to stay in your own land, in your ancestral land. Can you speak about unity when you are in your country and you are actually doing something? What does Pan-Africanism speak to the Tanzanians that were butchered by that lady who doesn't want to step down? What is Pan-Africanism saying to the people in Cameroon who are being led by a dinosaur, a T-Rex in diapers? What is Pan-Africanism saying to the people of Zimbabwe who are all over the world, who are international orphans? You see that your ideology is just a facade. It's a lie. You are cushioning and nursing people's feelings with lies. If our forefathers that were in your countries during oppression and you sat with them in the fires while you were grilling the crocodile meat and you told them, no, don't go back to South Africa. It will fix itself. Let's be one Africa. Do you think we would be here today as South Africans? We are here today because someone took the fight, took the cause, stood for it, fought for it, bled for it. Don't you realize that the people who are screaming this Pan-Africanism dream to you, they are nursing your feelings and cushioning you with lies, while your leader steals from you and you flee. And the future generation will do the same, and it's a vicious cycle. You are nursing each other with lies. The truth is you need to go back to your country and fight the tyrant that is making you flee your land. Only you can do it. Others can help. We can be there as other nations to help each other reclaim and take Africa to its former glory, but not at this lie of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is not importing poor people to other people's countries. South Africans are simply saying they want to be prioritized in their country. They are also poor. They want their children in schools. They want to work. There's nothing difficult about that. And I'd like to think you are educated as you claim to be, and you will understand reason when people are telling you that, can you please put me first as a government? Something you failed to ask of your government to put you first. South Africans are taking up the challenge to talk to their leaders, to say, it's my land, I've got nowhere to go, I can't go to study in Mozambique. Put me and my children first. Prioritize me to work in my country and contribute these taxes, and they circulate amongst our people. You are here working, you are not paying taxes, and you further don't even circulate that money among South Africans, the land that has given you the chance to work and live. You further take it to where? Your own countries. And then when we talk, you tell us it's xenophobia. Because if you were not xenophobic, you would be circulating this money among South Africans. They wouldn't be fighting you. Where are you taking that money to further?
Try the land, please. Try to
Fine, let me land. It's okay. So much, host. You know, the difference is we are engaging somebody who's also not in their country. And I find it strange that it's always the ones in the diaspora who smoke for the ones who are in South Africa on the ground. I find it very strange, and I've said this many times. If you notice, the people who agitate South Africans on these spaces are usually in the diaspora. Not that others are not insulting South Africans, but you'll find even Zimbabweans and Nigerians always asking the questions. Have you ever wondered why we at loggerheads with Zimbabweans and Nigerians? It's because they are loud mouths. Which live have you come across of Malawans insulting South Africans? Yet they are here in the numbers. Mozambicans. We have other nationalities here. We even have a community of the country she's mentioning. We have a community of them here. Ethiopians, Somalians, Bangladeshis. But it's always the loud mouths who are on these social media spaces, and when people give them the fire, they will ask you, is it only Zimbabweans who are foreigners? The fact of the matter is, we are in South Africa. We are in our country. You can call us whatever. The fact of the matter is, we are in our country, in our land, the land of our forefathers. You know where I'm standing right now? I'm in the land of my forefathers. The forefathers that fought and blood was spilled for me. Your forefathers ran away. You've got a culture of running away. It's in your genes to flee from your problems. We are not the same. You understand why right now you are calling us xenophobic? We are rising up just so our children don't have to flee like you. Our children should be prioritized in South Africa because they are off the soil. That's why we are rising up to say South Africa first. You don't have the balls to do it in your country. That's why your men from Congo are here doing our nails in South Africa, having their testicles bask in the South African sun, while it was our men that were fighting the war in your country, because, you know, real men do what they have to do. Did you see where is our defense force right now? Our defense force is in Mozambique, while Mozambican men are doing criminal activities in South Africa. When we done with helping you, evacuate you, and your land is dry, you're going to be coming on these spaces and calling us lazy. Power to the lazy South African men that are evacuating the hard workers in their country in Mozambique. Power to you, our South African men. We love you. We see you. We appreciate you. The men that run this continent, the men that run this shit.